Is a carabiner the most useful dog management accessory not sold in a pet store? Well, we're going to find out right now. Hey everybody, Ian here with Simpawtico Dog Training, sharing creative and intelligent techniques to help you manage, motivate, and learn about our beloved canine family members. Now before we start clipping carabiners to everything, please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you never miss any of our videos. Also, don't forget to check that YouTube description for notes, links, and resources about the stuff we talked about. Now, a carabiner is an amazingly awesome and versatile little multitasker. I have a couple in my everyday carry, and it is definitely one of my dog gear go-tos. Now, before we start going over ways that you can use one of these with your dog, you need to know a little bit about how to choose a good one that fits your needs. So, I have done my share of bouldering and rappelling in my day, and I can tell you that a good quality carabiner is a beautiful thing with 1,000,001 uses, but they're not all made the same. So, for example, these are the carabiners that you get on bags and kits that you buy at the store. So like this came on a treat bag I bought, this came on a first aid kit, this came on a makeup bag my wife got. These are not rated for quality or durability. They're just made from cheap materials. If you put these on your dog's leash, they will break. Now the strength of a carabiner comes from the gate and the frame creating a complete loop. So to be effective, the gate has to mate up or interlink with the frame. These don't do that. They're just small pieces of metal to keep the gate from flying open altogether, and over time that metal blows out and the gate just flies open. So these are not strong or safe. All crap. Even for a small dog, all crap. This is the kind of carabiner you pick up at Walmart or Target or the drugstore to put your keys on. This particular one, you can see that the gate mates up with the frame, so it's a little bit stronger, but it is still not strong enough. Even a small dog can exert a tremendous amount of force on the leash. And in my experience, the pins in the hinge here come out over time, which means that the gates just can fall completely off. Now we're moving into the correct kind of weight class for a carabiner, but we have another consideration, and that is a locking gate. And I can tell you from experience that any carabiner that does not have a locking gate will open if the line wraps around it. So all it will take is for your dog to walk just right around whatever you've tethered them to, get the leash wrapped around it, and then that gate will pop open, and then it's adios, perro. So for example, this is a Nite Ize S-Biner. This is rated at 100 pounds, so it's probably strong enough for most dogs. But, as you can see, the gate doesn't lock. These things come open all the time. I have small S-Biners on my keyring, and they come off all the time in my pocket. Now, Nite Ize makes a locking version of all their S-Biners with a little collar that slides down. That does not look like it will stand up to any kind of wear and tear over time, and I'm not willing to bet my dog's long-term safety on that. Now, Nite Ize does make other sizes of their S-Biners. These might be okay for accessories like poo baggies and lights and things like that. This is a heavy-duty carabiner from the hardware store. You can see how the gate mates up with the frame here. This sucker is strong. You could climb with this. You could probably even do some light-duty recovery or towing with this. But the gate doesn't lock, so we still run into the same issue. Plus, this sucker is too heavy. Now, those come in different sizes too, so if you buy these little guys at the hardware store, you can see how the gate mates up with the frame on this little guy. This is a strong little carabiner. This would be a better option for accessories than this, in my opinion. This is a climbing carabiner, and you can see how the gate mates up with the frame like a key right there. Plus, it locks. Super safe. This is rated to take the fall from a human being, which is way more force than your dog will ever put on it. So this is like the perfect melding of safety, durability, and quality. And it's really lightweight. Now, you can pick these up at outdoor stores or online. I paid about $16 for this one, and if you're like me, I'm perfectly willing to pay the extra 10 bucks or so to get something that not only does the job right, but that I never have to replace. So now that you know how to choose the appropriate equipment, what can you do with it? Well, here are 25 of our favorite suggestions. Also, these are ridiculously useful for all sorts of non-dog related items. I definitely recommend that you put one in your purse or your backpack or the glove box of your car, and for sure, make one part of your everyday carry with your dog. Now, I have a question for you. What are your favorite ways to use a carabiner with your dog? Is there anything that we forgot to add to the list? Do you have some more creative ideas? I definitely want to hear from you, so let's connect in the comments. Also, I just put together a free basic gear buyer's guide. 28 pages long, goes over all sorts of things about how to choose harnesses and leashes and cleaners and accessories, and it also has some bonus material with some training tips too. So if you're interested, I'll link to that in the description. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you found something useful today, and as always, keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.